Hello students, we are going to now study functions and method, our lecture 3. Two videos you have gone through. I suppose you have gone through it very thoroughly. Now we are moving further. Now, in the previous lecture we have studied what is function overloading and we have done a certain small program about that. Now we will revise again what is function overloading. Function overloading or method overloading is a feature that allows a class to have more than one method having the same name if their argument lists are different. Means a function in a single function in a function program in a single function program, the you can make different program with the same name of the function, but you should have to pay attention there that the argument list should be different. The argument list should not be same. See, here we will see an example of this function overloading again. Here we are doing sum of different integers. See, first public int, this is our returnable program, that's why we have not used void here. Public int sum int x int y, return x plus y, means sum will return here. In second, there is a sum of three integers. See children, sum and sum both are have the same name function, but their parameter list or argument list is different. In this we have got two integer values, and in second one we have got three integers value, and in third we have got two double values. We are doing the sum of, see, both have their, all the three have the same name sum. We are doing, that's why this is known as function overloading. Again, the function has the same name with the different parameter list or argument list. The data type can be also different in the argument list. See here, in double sum we have taken double x double y. Variable can be same, your variable can be same, because the scope of function is till here only. Okay, now we will come to our main program. In public static void main string args, we have written here sum s. Sum s, here we have created object of class sum. Here, see, pay attention here, class sum and sum, it is this, the both are different. Here we have used uppercase of s and here we have used small case of s. So don't confuse that, class name and function name are same, they both are totally different. Now system out dot println s dot sum 10 comma 20, it means the function is invoked here s dot sum. The first function is invoked here, x has got 10, x is your formal parameter, and y has got 20, this is your for actual parameter. Like this, for this we have got in second sum we have three integers value. Here we have three integers value 10 20 30. This is your actual parameter and here it is your formal parameter. Here your function is invoked, we are calling here function. Now next, s dot sum 10.5, because we have taken decimal numbers, so we have used here double x double y. For double x it is 10.5 and double y it is 20.5. This is a simple example of your function overloading. Now we are going to take another example also. See, write a class with the name volume using function overloading that computes the volume of cube, a sphere and a cuboid. Now we are going to do volume of cube, sphere and cuboid. See here, formulas are given here. This is your ICSE board question. This question has came in your board. Now see here, we have used import java.util. We are making it with the utility package scanner. Now class compute. Here we have taken our variables. Now void, here not returnable, so we have used void volume ints. See, the function of for the three is volume and volume. This is for your cube, this is for your sphere, and this is for your cuboid. And see here all the we have now made here input function scanner in is equal to new scanner system dot in. Again we have taken another variable and we have initialized it in this. We have initialized it in a actual parameters. Now see we have called here functions. We are invoking our functions obj.volume s. Obj.volume s means this int s, whatever the variable we have taken here. Now ob.volume r means we are invoking our second function. Now ob.volume lbh means we are invoking our third function. This is a example of your function overloading. Now we are taking another examples here. Design a class to overload a function with cal as follows. We are going to calculate here some numbers in the function overloading. The function name will be same, num cal. See all the three functions are same. In the board they will separate give you how many functions you all have to make. This is also your ICC question. Now see here we have taken import java.io. It means you have to use here input stream reader, buffer reader. We have made one function here, numcal, numcal, numcal. See three functions are there. We have here compared if our character will be s, then the number, then it will print square of a number, otherwise it will print cube of a number. Like that in this also, if we are going to input character p, then the product will be there, otherwise the number will be there. And in third one, if we are going to, we have two strings. If our strings are equal, then it will print two strings are equal, or other it will print not equal. Students pay attention here. Here I have not make a main function, but it is compulsory for you all to make main function, because in the previous program I have told you two times how you have to make your main function and how you all have to invoke your function. It is compulsory for all the students to make your main function and write down whole program. Now we will see what is the difference between pure and impure functions. It is never classified in your board that you have to make a program with pure or impure functions, but you just know what is the definition of your pure and impure functions. You should go through the definition thoroughly and learn it. Pure functions. A function is called pure if it always returns the same result for same argument values and it has no side effects like modifying an argument or global variable or outputting something. Now we will come to impure functions. Impure functions are those which are also known as mutative function and can cause a change in the state of an object. In the previous pure we can doesn't cause a change of an object, it can cause change in the object. It means that the values of actual parameters can be modified or changed depending on the current state of the object on which functions operate. Now students, I'll send all the PDF of this PPT and you have to make it in your note copy clearly. You all have to write all the programs and all the notes of your functions. It will be checked when the school is going to be reopened. Be serious about your classwork.